Hello, I'm going to explain to you why we need to join and fight against corruption together. And I'm also going to explain you how. Corruption is the single biggest obstacle for a developing country and economic growth. Why? Because of the political, economical, and social consequences. Political consequences include distrust in government and distrust in politicians, political parties. These can further lead to electoral fraud, to a weakened democracy, and it brings us even a step closer to a dictatorship, which is something that none of us as citizens would want. Economical consequences include tax evasion, a decrease in public funds, which further lead to lower quality healthcare, lower quality educational system, which then leads to further corruption because people are, they're not properly educated with integrity. And then we also have lower quality infrastructure. We also have lower quality public services, roads. Also, a lower budget leads to lower government wages, which encourages corruption. It's one of the incentives. And then social consequences include increased inequality because people with means and the resources available can get ahead and poor people get left behind. This increases inequality. There are also other social consequences, which include a lower quality education, distrust, dishonesty, inequality, but overall, there's less peace. Because corruption leaves a hole that organized crime can fill. Both social and economical consequences include, natural disasters can take a toll because of the use of lower quality materials and workers to save a few bucks. This was actually a infamous case in 1985 in Mexico City because when the earthquake hit, many buildings fell down because of the use of lower quality materials and lower quality workforce. They also didn't comply with certain regulations regarding buildings and buildings and proper foundations, which led to loss of lives. There is a plethora of international and national efforts being done to combat corruption. There is the implementation of the United Nations Conventions Against Corruption, commonly known as the UNCAC, which was signed by almost all countries and has been effective since 2005. As for North America, there is the Merida Initiative, and that as far as national efforts go, there is implementation of a system, the SNA, or Sistema Nacional de Anticorrupción, which includes all Mexican government's administration's data and should be complied with by law to turn over all the information regarding contracts and backgrounds. There are hundreds of anti-corruption agencies around the world, such as Redes Quinto Poder, and all of them are looking for the same thing: increased accountability, transparency, and justice. Imagine if your hard-earned money wound up in somebody else's pockets without them having to work a single day of their lives. Would that be fair? Our country is one of the most corrupt countries in Latin America. In sectors like the hospitals, the ID documents, police, public services, corrupt acts are happening between 30 and 39% of the time. Would you feel safe knowing that between 3 and 4 cops out of 10 you encounter have been paid for, have been bribed? They can be bent to anybody's will just if they have the right amount of money, resources? I bet you wouldn't. The fight against corruption starts in our homes, with the education that our family give us. Given that Mexico has the second best legal framework out of the entire world in the fight against corruption, there has been progress. I'm not gonna lie, there has been progress. However, we still need proper enforcement authorities and proper prosecution. We still have hundreds of anti-corruption agencies, of anti-corruption initiatives. The only thing we are lacking is to cooperate with one another. We have had the right since 1977 to request public information. I encourage you, Mexican citizens all over the country, to request public information, to pressure our senators, our congressmen, our governors, our mayors to give us public information regarding contracts and background checks, salaries, whatever it takes for you to feel comfortable in our country.